Okay, this is Math 1316, Trigonometry. We're working with the Law of Sines from Chapter 7, Sections 1, and then Section 2 will be the next video. I'm David Dipple from Lone Star College, Montgomery. Okay, up to this point we work with right triangles, and there is a group of formulas that do work for most triangles. They don't have to be right triangles. If you have a triangle, A is an angle, small a is the side opposite, C is this angle, side C is opposite, and it's little. And then B with lowercase b as the opposite side. If we draw in a vertical perpendicular height, call it h, we know that if you take the sine of A, it's opposite h divided by hypotenuse b, because it's this A, C, and then the height triangle. Then if we look at B, it's going to be h over A. Excuse me. If you move the b over, you get b sine A is equal to h. Then if we have sine of B is h over A, and if you move the A over, you get A sine B. And you notice these are both equal to the letter h, so we can set them equal to each other. So b sine A is equal to A sine B, and then we can isolate the a's and b's. We can move this A over under A, this b under b, and what you're left with is sine A over A is sine B over B. And then we can do this again if we want to, moving where the h is, and that gives us sine C divided by side C. So you can take sine of an angle divided by that corresponding side, has to equal sine of another angle in that corresponding side, or sine C divided by C. And that's called the law of sines. Now there are some requirements. If you think back, what you're dealing with is two angles and one side, because if you look at the formula, we have two angles and we have to have one of these sides in order to solve for it. Or you can have an angle, a corresponding side, and an angle, and again you have two angles with a side. Or you can have two sides with an angle as long as the angle isn't in between the sides. It doesn't work for three sides, because if you look at the formula, if you have three sides, that's going to give you three fractions, and you can't deal with that. You cannot have side, angle, side, because the angle can't be in between the sides. It has to match up with one of the sides. Okay, here's an example. Suppose we have this information. C is 102, B is 28.7, and side B is 27.4. Now we'll just plug in the information. We have angle C has to go with side C. Angle B has to go with side B. Or the 28.7 goes with 27.4. Sine of 102.3 goes with C. You can cross multiply, you can divide, however you want to solve for C. You should get 55.75. Then if we want to find A, we know this is a triangle, so the missing piece, missing angle, if you take 102 and 28.7, add those together, subtract from 180, you'll find out A is 49.0, or 49. So then you can take B with B and A with A and put those together. Sine of 49 goes with A. 28.7 goes with 27.4. Those go together. And again, you can cross multiply. Just use decimals on your calculator, solve for A, and you should get 43.06. So that's how the law of sine works. Another example, suppose you have a pole tilting toward the sun, angle of 8 degrees. It casts a 22-foot shadow. We want to find out how tall the pole is. So we take our sun, and the pole is tilting toward the sun. If this is 8 degrees, then this is 98 degrees, because perpendicular would be 90, and it's toward the sun 8 more, so that's 98. Some other information. We know the shadow is 22 feet, and we know the angle of elevation, looking up from A, is 43. Now we could find this top angle. We're looking for A, so we need a side. We need an angle, so this top angle is 39 degrees. Just subtract from 180. So then we have 39 goes with 22 feet for our side. The 43 goes with A. So sine of 43 goes with A. Sine of 39 goes with 22. And then again, you can cross multiply and solve that. And you should get 23.84 for the height of the pole. So that's how you work the law of sines. You just have to take an angle and a corresponding side, another angle and a corresponding side, match those up, solve those algebraically, type in your calculator, find out what the numerical values are, cross multiply those numerical values, multiply, divide, whatever you need to do to get the missing side or missing angle.